Firstly, I mean, the story of how Grameen Bank came about is well told in the book itself. But one of the interesting things that struck me is your move from essentially being an academic to being a very hands-on person involved with poverty. And you talk about a worm's eye view. Can you say a bit more about that?
I was teaching as an economics professor in one of the universities in Bangladesh when we were hit by famine. So I totally felt empty. All your economics theories and everything, it sounded so hollow and useless. So I tried to kind of discover my other entity as a human being. That why don't I go out and see if I can reach out to another human being, be next to him or her, help the person to overcome any difficulty for that particular day. So one person, even for a day, that was kind of the idea that I had. Then I went to the next village, to the campus. It's a next door village. So it's easy for me to every day go and mix with people, talk to people, find something to do for the day. And I did a lot of such things. And I learned a lot. Many things that I never learned in the classroom. I never knew how these things can happen. I saw the people so warm, so active, so hardworking, but at the same time, nothing coming in their way. And I discovered loan sharking and how people are kind of squeezed to the last drop of the blood because he or she borrowed some tiny little money. It's a 50 cents, $1, $2 and so on. So I'm reflecting. I was looking what I was doing in the classroom, what I'm doing now. And one thought came to me, all this academic life that I had all these years gave me kind of bird's eye view. I can see the whole world. I can see the measure, terrain, and but I don't see the details. I missed out the whole thing. And as a result, since I don't know the details, I make up those details in my imagination. This must be it. And kind of support the broad things that I see. Now coming to the village, I see the details in very, very clear terms. I don't have the global perspective, but I know the person, there's a daily routine, what she is eating today, what's the hope for tomorrow, what disaster that falling into a family. Never had that experience. I said, no, my God, what I'm getting now is the worm's eye view. I see everything together, everything very clearly. Then something hit me. I said, no, this is an advantage. If you have the worm's eye view, then if you can find the solution very right away because you see what happens, the interactions and so on. And if you have difficulty, you can go around and find the solutions, whatever it is. So I thought it's much more powerful than just being up in the sky and kind of speculate about things.
And would you say that's not only a danger of academia, but of most institutions, governments, business, is that they tend to be a little bit withdrawn from where the impacts are really felt?
The problem is the bigger you grow, the more distant you get away from the ground level. So when you're small, you know the things. You're a small shop, you know your neighbors, you know your clients, their children, their families, their problems, and you acted accordingly. But the moment you become a multinational, all you have is numbers and some flows back and forth. So you forget about the people. So that's why I think, particularly for academic purposes, for students, young people to get ready, I think it's very important they're first rooted in the ground before they are given the global view. Because today, students in academia, they start getting the global view, and by the time they come out of the institution, they feel they know everything. And on the basis of that, they make prescriptions for the whole world without ever knowing what the real world is like, how the human being is like. They make judgment on other people's lives without having no clue whatsoever what that life is all about.